Okay, good day everyone. I am John and I am here to present to you Atelier Marie, a professor ending in about an hour. Actually, it is clocked at 1 hour and 1 minute and 26 seconds. So yeah, so let's get on with the video. So Atelier Marie is a game in the first game in the longest running Atelier series that got its remake. And I'm particularly playing the category of a professor ending. I named it Philosopher's Stone also because the main aim of this category is to synthesize the Philosopher's Stone. And to synthesize a Philosopher's Stone, you need to get a lot of recipes in this category. So, one of which is you need to synthesize the highest leveled items before getting some recipes. We will go through this as we traverse this path. So as usual, we go to the usual tutorial thing. And once again, this game emphasizes on item crafting. This game emphasizes on item crafting, item synthesis. So if you have played a good number of JRPGs, most of the emphasis is on combat, and the items that they make or they obtain are mostly synthesized from others or got from blacksmiths or whatsoever. In this game, as we will see later, is more or less made by the main character. So we go through this tutorial. Once again, we go through this tutorial. So we obtained some nooses to create some crafts. Just as Marie obtained from the tavern quest. And we're about to see the main emphasis of the Atelier series, item crafting. So the emphasis of this category now is not about combat. It's not about any boss fight that we need to prepare. It's actually it's more of a collectible version. It's more of a collector edition of this category. That is why the main aim of this category is to synthesize things. Synthesize the pinnacle of synthesis, the Philosopher's Stone. In Atelier series, the Philosopher's Stone has been considered to be the highest ranked item. Highest leveled item and highest ranked item at the same time. So if we manage to get the Philosopher's Stone, then in some Atelier games, it's an achievement. Sometimes it's also part of the quest to, I think, if I'm not mistaken, in Atelier Ryza 1, you use the Philosopher's Stone to make the machine in Kurken Island work again. The safety net of Kurken Island work again. In this game, Philosopher's Stone is nothing more of an alchemy. Actually, the Philosopher's Stone determines the rank of Marie, actually. So, if she managed to pass the exam, just barely pass, then she's just a regular passer. But if she manages to synthesize the Philosopher's Stone, then she is qualified to teach because that is the pinnacle of alchemy. So in this segment, we go to the nearby forest. We need to gather as many nooses as possible. We also gather a good number of laugh caps. It must be at least 17 because we will need them for the elixir quest. Because part of the requirements of obtaining the Philosopher's Stone is to get the sacred tear from Shia after curing her with the elixir. So the elixir quest. So we need the elixir quest here. And then the next segments will just be gathering. And then we will synthesize. Gathering, synthesize, sleep. Gathering, synthesize, sleep. Gathering, synthesize, sleep. Gathering, synthesize, sleep. So that is what we will mostly do in this category. There will be fights, yes. Actually, there are 2 boss fights here. Eventually. So we're now in the Hebel Lake. Our main aim here is to gather as many Hebel waters as possible. We will also gather lake crystals. Yeah, we will also gather lake crystals. The reason why we need to gather lake crystals is for the power pills. Eventually, the power pills. And also for knowledge points. If I'm not mistaken, we need at least 4,000 knowledge points, 600 reputation, and synthesize the highest ranked items to obtain the recipe for aroma materia. Aroma materia, we need to take note of that recipe. Unfortunately, we got an encounter which is not good, but I have not mentioned that we're playing this on the easy difficulty to make things quick, to obtain the ending easily. So yeah, we need to do things in easy difficulty here. So we go once again to Hebel Lake because we synthesized the blue neutralizers. We need more Hebel waters. Actually, we need tons of Hebel waters. We need at least, I think, 160 Hebel waters. Unfortunately, in this game, the game can only carry 99 items of a single material. So the only way to bypass this is you need to synthesize things. And one of the first things to synthesize is the blue neutralizer. So that is why we synthesize blue neutralizers early. And then we gather Hebel waters later on. And then we obtain the rumor for the media forest. So this time we gather the media forest. We try to gather materials in the media forest. We got an encounter which is a forest elf. Is this good? Contrary to popular belief, this is one of the categories that encounters are good because eventually we will synthesize higher leveled items, especially the Philosopher's Stone. Philosopher's Stone is like a level 38 item, which is likely to fail actually. You cannot synthesize it in one go. So getting some levels from encounters can be good actually. A little percentage will go maybe a long way. Now here's the thing. We're playing this mini game because we need ripe apples. We will be needing ripe apples later to synthesize the highest level, one of the highest level items, the Tonic of Life. And to synthesize Tonic of Life, you need ripe apples. At least 2 of them if I'm not mistaken. But you cannot rely on drops from the snakes because it's quite a rare drop actually if you rely on the snakes. So it is much more consistent to do the mini game because it will give you at least 3. Actually, it's 3. Guaranteed 3 ripe apples. So it's better to do the mini game rather than rely on chance for every snake encounter. Because so far in my numerous hours of running this game, it's very rare for me to obtain, after a few encounters with the snakes, some ripe apples. I could obtain one, but could I obtain two? It's really impossible for a few encounters. Probably after this long in minigame, but for consistency and for marathon purposes, it's much more safe to use the minigame, to do the minigame. Much more safe to do the minigame. So yeah, we're gathering more things in the media forest. So we have the ripe apple. We need to gather 5 Venus shrooms. We need to gather 5 Vena vines for our synthesis later. And then as usual, nooses for more crafts. And then the fairy wings. We need also the fairy wings again. We need the fairy wings again. So more gathering. As usual, we can perform our dance. Gathering, synthesis, sleep. 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 So that is essentially what we're going to do throughout this category. Yeah, there will be 2 boss fights here, actually. There will be 2 boss fights. So more gathering. I'm trying to, in this run, I'm trying to gather a good number of fairy wings because fairy wings are important too. And we got our fairy wings here. Oh, I triggered an encounter, which is unfortunate. So yeah, we were able to get back to the Atelier safe. So we're doing the usual things. Go to the tavern, turn over items. We got the 3 fairy wings, that is good. We go for rumors to gather more knowledge, let's go. Synthesize crafts for easy money. Another batch of 3 for fairy wings, that is good. So again, rest, tavern, synthesize, sleep. Another Venus room, good. And we can sell. Oh, I did not sell. I didn't go to the academy. Well, because I haven't synthesized enough crafts. So yeah. So we return back to the Atelier again. While we're doing this, probably I could, if this were a JDQ event, probably I could use a couple of donations. Okay, so March 8 is a crucial date. March 8 and 9 because we have a book sale in which all of the items here are marked 50% discount. So we buy as many items as possible. We buy all of the equipments, the utensils and references. got our green neutralizers. Yeah, I slept on April 25 because eventually we will go to the Strudel Falls, and I marked here boss fight because this is also the time, this is the vision where I need to fight the boss. The reason we need to fight the boss here is it will have a drop, a rare drop, two rare drops actually, the golden salmon and it's a teardrop actually, it's a teardrop. So we need both of them. So first we gather a lot of Mysticas, Goach Twigs. And yeah, we fight the boss. Again, we're on easy difficulty, so we will not die here. We will not die here. The only problematic in this category, if we're playing it in easy difficulty, is actually we will synthesize sleep most of the time. And in synthesis, if we're doing higher level items, that is pretty much the only problem here. But the strategy is much foolproof. Nothing problematic here. Nothing too problematic. So we got the rare drops. We try to we obtain golden salmon here. I hesitated for a bit there because probably my golden salmons would not be enough. And here we go. Because we got the golden salmons, we will play this another mini game. So in this category, so apart from the synthesis lock, the mini games are also another challenge in this category. But they're quite short, so it's not too significant. The more significant time gain or time loss here would actually be due from probably my linearity in this category, that I was able to streamline where to gather whatsoever, and at the same time on how I played also the mini game. It's quite long actually, it's quite long. Some of the mini games are actually long. Did you see me? Unfortunately, I did not play that well because it took me 1 minute. 1 full minute. So it's not that good. But I still saved some time here. It's about 40 seconds and I'm quite surprised. So we now go to the Mount Wayland. This time, we will gather the Golden Rock, the Comet Gemstones, Canonerax, Glass and Ores, and so on and so forth. So yeah, we practically go almost all of the gathering areas. Almost all, because there's only one area that we will not go to, because one of these areas is actually just have materials that have been gathered in other places. So we do not need to go to that particular area. There's no need to. So yeah, again, we're on easy difficulty. That is why we one-shot the gargoyle mob. If this were normal, Hard, very hard, it's not easy. It's also walking to a death wish at this point if you try to fight gargoyles in normal to higher difficulties. So once again, this is Mount Wieland, the home of stones and metals. We will gather, well, Canone rocks, comet gemstones, golden rocks, and most importantly, the glass and ores, which are rare items. So the safe number is once again 24, 25, 26, 27. Yeah, those are the safe numbers. So again, I emphasize that in this category, this is more of a synthesis collection. Synthesis collection. Synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep, synthesize, what's this again? Synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep. So that is mostly what we're going to do in this category. In one way or another, this could be a collectible ending, more of a collectible ending. So we just roam around, roaming. If we hit a gargoyle, that is kind of sort of good because again we're in easy difficulty. We could one-shot everything. But the more important thing here is actually the glass and ore, the glass and ore. We were able to reach June 18, which is the eclipse day. That is why all of a sudden the surroundings became dark. I've hit an encounter, which is quite unfortunate, but again, we're on easy difficulty. It's not the end of the world. We were able to, we lost about 2 seconds there, but not the end of the world. So we unlocked the rumor for Mount Wieland. So again, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep. So we will synthesize this time fire sands, red neutralizers, we particularly go to the Elfin Cave on the last week because, as we will see later, we will be able to obtain two rare items in one trip. Because after the last week of August, it will be autumn. So this is summer. It will be autumn in a few days. So that means the rare items here can be obtained in a single trip. The rare item here is actually the cave water in the summer season, and we will see the pearls, the alberich, later in autumn. So more cave waters, and because it's autumn, we do not see cave waters anymore. We have the one in the ceiling, the Alberich, that one. That's the rare item we also need. So yeah, that is the reason why we particularly go to the Elfin Cave on the last week of August. So more Canone rocks for synthesis, fire sands, and red neutralizers. And then Alberich again. So yeah, we got through the Elfin Cave. That was a gold split, so that means we save a lot of time in Elfin Cave. Well, I think because in my previous run, I was not able to obtain all of the recipes. So this one, it had cleaner early game, I would say. I would say it had a cleaner early game. The desired early game, actually. The desired early game. So yeah, we're back to synthesis. Synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep. And tavern eventually, tavern. So there's a third visit to Hebel Lake and nearby forest because second visit to nearby forest because as I have mentioned before, we need tons of Hebel waters, we need tons of distilled waters. So that Marie could put up a water station in no time. Winter. So Hebel Lake. Third visit to Hebel Lake. More Hebel waters, please. More water. More water. 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 Again, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep. Gather, synthesis sleep, gather, synthesis sleep, gather, synthesis sleep, gather, synthesis sleep. That is what we're going to do throughout this category. And this is one of the endings, actually. One of the endings. I just added that split because I considered I will always have a third visit. And there will be a second visit to the nearby forest. We will gather another batch of nooses. This time, we will use it to create Megacraft. The thing here is we need to accelerate all the way to 600 reputation this time to get the aroma materia. So one way to accelerate our reputation is to get tons of not really tons, but 6 megacrafts actually 6 megacrafts. If I were doing this on very hard, this will be an entirely different scenario, especially with the boss fights. The two boss fights, because one of the boss fights is level 40 and doing it in the highest difficulty might require you to grind all the way to level 35, because again in very hard the enemies are really deal so much damage to the point that if you're not really well prepared, it could wipe you in one sitting. Unfortunately, we did not get enough money to buy the reputation staff, the staff of legend, but we can still continue with our synthesis sleep, because we have so many recipes unlocked, and reputation can wait. Actually, in this category, reputation can wait. Yeah, this particular segment is titled Synthesis to Win because we will see some items which can potentially fail because they're high level and high rank. So that is why I named this segment Synthesis to Win. Yeah, we need Altena waters for our elixir. Tonics also for our elixir. Goat Squid, that's good. Marie leveled up from Tavern Quest. Sleep for 20 days to heal back enough MP. So we got Pox. That's good. We got Pox. We did not get the Tavern Quest. Again, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep. The reason I did not turn over Fairy Wings there because there will be a power peel involving Fairy Wings. That is why I did not synthesize it. We got Lake Crystals, that's good. Beehives also. So we unlock Ingrid's cutscene shortly. There's Ingrid. We have now the recipe for, we have unlocked more recipes. More books, more recipes. Okay, we now synthesize a Mega Craft so that we can unlock the Mega Craft quest at the tavern and accelerate our reputation. Here we go. We are now in the 3rd year. There's our Mega Craft. Probably, since we're hypothetically, if we're at the GGQ event, I could use some couple of donations and announcements. Okay, I made, it's not really significant mistake, but it's a minor mistake that I synthesized so much mystical leaves that I did not left enough for my spinach S. So it was my minor mistake actually. It's my minor mistake. So we have a mini game. So this is our third mini game for the char cheese. We chase down the rat. So if you're familiar with the Pokemon Gen 2 games, this is actually similar to cornering a Farfetch, but without without pushing any obstacles. So yeah, we got our char cheese. So we're synthesizing bombs this time. So yeah, it's more of a synthesis sleep scenario again. So the key thing here is, as you have observing, what I have been synthesizing here is, I'm doing the progression of synthesis from low-leveled items to high-leveled items so that I could earn decent knowledge points. And in the process also, we try to synthesize for the elixir quest as well. The elixir quest, the aroma materia eventually. So at this point, we were able to finally purchase the Staff of Legend so that we can meet the principal. So we will demand a lot of recipes from the principal so that we could gain so much knowledge points. So we could use this to our advantage actually. To our advantage. That we obtain so many recipes from the principal. So once again, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep. Synthesize, Vino powder, anesthetic, stun begun, plant fertilizer, so we obtain also the mystery nuts. And we obtain the cutscene again. So yeah, we will obtain the mystery nuts at this time. So we go back to the Sky Tavern, more item quests, as usual. Tavern Synthesis Rest, Tavern Synthesis Rest. More recipes. So we're finally near 3, no? So that means later on we will go through Shia's elixir quest. So we sleep to March 30 because we need night patrol to get to the Strudel Falls. This is a run back actually because again, as I've mentioned, I made one minor mistake in synthesizing so many mystical leaves. So I had to do some run backs. And we go back to the Elfin Cave as well for more Canonerax. More Canonerax. Tons of fire sands. Actually, we need tons of fire sands. Even in this category, even if we're not preparing for a boss fight, it's just because some of the items are really that demanding. So yeah, more synthesis, more synthesis. Yeah, I still have doubts with 94% because in some of my attempts, especially in other categories, 94% could sometimes hit the 6% failure. So that is why I had to rest to guarantee that chance. And then there's the Shia quest. We triggered the Shia quest. We go back to the weapon shop. We now have the hair serum. Gun. Gave it to the weapon shop owner. More recipes, more recipes, more recipes. So we have now triggered the deeper part of the Shia's quest. So eventually, after a quite few days of rest, Ingrid will knock at our door saying, Shia is in emergency. You need to cure her with an elixir. That's the cutscene. I would. Oh no. It's actually the weapon shop. This is Ingrid now, yes. So the quest for elixir. So we will synthesize the elixir in a bit. Again, this category will involve a good number of safety saves here because we're about to synthesize high-leveled items. Oh yeah, I suddenly forgot here that I'm out of distilled waters. So I have to do another run back at the Heavy Lake, unfortunately. Paro peels. Unfortunately, I hit another encounter. Actually, at this point, it's unnecessary because we're quite in the upper levels. It was a waste of quite a good number of seconds. Yeah, one thing to comment here is that because we're synthesizing so many things, this category could be considered non-linear. This is highly non-linear, especially after the first few splits. Because there's so many ways how you could go through the synthesis and obtain 4,000 knowledge. It's not that tough actually, it's not that tough. So we're about we're in the last quarter of the run. So we just need more synthesis, synthesis sleep, synthesis sleep. So Marie level 18. 18 is still not a good level because especially if you consider other items that are high level, the highest leveled items of each element, it's still not enough to guarantee success. So it's still quite a bad number. But there's nothing we can do because we're doing a speedrun here. So we got the elixir, so we're done with the Shia's quest. All we need to do is wait for Shia to finally be awake. Alive, awake, and enthusiastic. That is what we need to wait for. And there's Shia. So we're done with Shia's quest. We have 100 reputation. Why did we save here? Because we're about to synthesize some of the high level items. Such as this Mega Bomb. And it failed! So this is one of the unfortunate things that can happen. Yeah, we talked to the weapon shop owner because we will be needing him as soon as we are finished with some of our synthesis, because we will fight one of the boss fights as indicated in the next split. We will fight Flamfail because Flamfail drops dragon tongue, if I'm not mistaken, which is needed in making the Philosopher's Stone. So this will be the last of the two boss fights that we need to do. That is why we will be needing the weapon shop owner eventually, because we need the highest equipment. The dragon can wipe your party even in easy difficulty. Another failed synthesis. Even in easy difficulty, the dragon can wipe your party at this level. That is how tough this boss is. Especially if you do auto battle mode. It could potentially wipe your team. So yeah, the highest level item in this green category. So we need to synthesize the time slate this time. So we triggered the cutscene. Ingrid's Marie remembering Ingrid's lesson on the Philosopher's Stone. So we need to synthesize Comet this time. And the time slate. So again, usual, you need to rest. And then safety save, because the synthesis can fail for time slate. And we play our final minigame. So our final minigame is in this time slate. It's an average minigame here because I finished it in 30 seconds. Average minigame. So again, the minigame could influence also the outcome of this run, depending on how you play it. So we now have at least 500 reputation, which will tell us the location of the Dunkel height. You cannot get Dunkel height on the Eclipse without triggering that, without triggering 500 reputation. So you really need 500 reputation here. So again, usual rest. So we're about to synthesize the aroma materia. We just need to synthesize quite a few number of things here. Prism water. Okay, we got it. As usual, many people knocking on the door. Usual rest. Save before synthesizing aroma materia. 66%, look at that, 66%, but we were able to do it. That's good. So all that is left now is to do the Philosopher's Stone. So we sleep all the way to June 18. That will be the day of the eclipse. That will be also the day where I will obtain the Dunkel height. I don't know why I went for the Sky Tavern, but I guess I'm thinking of another reputation stuff. So we got the Dunkel Height. We have the Aroma Materia. All that is left now is to go to the boss fight. Yeah, to go to the boss fight. But before that, we gear up. We gear up and also we try to obtain the rumor for Flamfail. Because we were not able to obtain the Flamfail in the first place. Yeah, that is why I wondered when who's this? Flare, the pink-haired girl in the tavern appeared there. That is why I had to menu to the world map. At this point, I didn't know when to split, so I just split out of nowhere. And actually, we're saving a lot of time here because we did the elixir quest, we did the aroma materia. All that remains now is to obtain the final ingredient for the philosopher's stone, which is in the dragon boss fight, the dragon tongue. And for some reason, along the way, we keep on stopping. We keep on obtaining random items here. Just look at that. More glass and ores whatsoever. It's quite weird. So yeah, we finally fight the boss fight in this mountain. So we do not rely on auto battle mode here. Marie's Thunderbolt. We just keep on poking the dragon to death here. And we're good. So that is Flamfail or Charizard the boss fight. So there's our ingredient there, the dragon tongue. So yeah, just look at this. I keep on splitting here because we did so many things right away. Right off the bat. We did so many things. So it's just a matter of time of synthesizing the Philosopher's Stone. So look at that. The Philosopher's Stone has like what? 38% of success rate. It's possible to synthesize, but you have to deal with the failure. Because that's 38%. It's not even close to a coin flip. So I may expect that I may fail the synthesis more than once. So we just keep on trying until it works. Again, another failed one. We're already, we hit the 1 hour mark, but we still keep trying. We still keep trying. And this is the lesson that you have to learn from this game. That if you're low level, you have to, you really have to persevere to get the ultimate goal. And this ultimate goal is the Philosopher's Stone. Just keep going. Just keep reloading. Yeah, it was a bad timing here because I trigger the season change as well, which is not good. And there we go. We finally have our Philosopher's Stone. So yeah. So this is Philosopher's Stone synthesized. We just need to sleep all the way to the next tier so that we can finally end the game. And here we go. Time 101:26. So this is Atelier, the Alchemist of Salzburg, the pinnacle of synthesis, the Philosopher's Stone ending. Marie becomes a professor. So yeah, this may be a cozy and a cute JRPG, but this game also teaches you tons of things in life. So yeah, this concludes my commentary of the Philosopher's Stone ending. I hope you enjoyed it. This is another submission entry for GDQ 2024. I am John, and I will see you guys next time. So please enjoy the ending shortly before I finally close this video.